This is news related to the export of Korean fighters KF-12 and FA-50. Thanks to the success of the first test flight of the Korean-made KF-21 fighter, the T-50 series aircraft are also receiving favorable reviews from international weapons experts. The Air Force Black Eagles, which operate the T-50B, were well received at the Farnborough Air Show in the UK and in Poland for their spectacular special maneuvers. Poland recently signed a contract with Korea Aerospace Industries and KAI to purchase 48 FA-50 light attack aircraft. It is the largest export of T-50 series aircraft in history. KAI will deliver 12 units by the middle of next year, and the rest will be provided as Block 20 with improved performance. After that, the performance will be improved with 12 units for the first supply. The new FA-50 is expected to be a real fighter that is different from the Korean Air Force version. If the contract with Poland is actually fulfilled and the Block 20 reveals itself, it has the potential to attract attention in the global market as a replacement for the F-16. The newest fighter currently available to Western countries is the F-35. As the world's only fifth-generation stealth fighter, the ability to fuse information collected through various sensors and transmit it to a real-time network, which is not easily detected by enemy radar, is the reason why countries around the world decide to adopt the F-35. However, the F-35 cannot handle all air operations. Stealth aircraft incur considerable costs in the process of maintenance and operation. The more often you use it, the higher the cost will be. This is why a separate fighter is needed to share wartime missions, including close air support, as well as peacetime air operations such as air security and airspace patrol to guide aircraft on wrong routes or respond to hijacked airliners. In fact, the US is introducing the F-15X while improving the F-16, and the UK continues to operate the Typhoon and is putting it into air security operations in Europe. However, for Poland, which is increasing its arms due to the Ukraine war, the current F-16 size is not enough. The Russian-made Su-22 and MiG-29 are outdated and have limited operational capabilities. Poland tried to introduce additional F-16s, but Lockheed Martin, the manufacturer, was concentrating on the production of F-35s, so it was impossible for Poland to import them at the desired time. The FA-50 is a supersonic aircraft, and has in common with the F-16. For pilots familiar with the airframe characteristics of the F-16, it means that it is easy to adapt to the FA-50. It can perform a variety of missions required by the Polish Air Force, including pilot training and combat missions. In the short term, it can replace the Su-22, which is in charge of ground attack, as it uses the US-made F-404 engine and Joint Precision Direct Hit Ammunition, JDAM. If Block 20 proposed by KAI is added, it can replace the MiG-29, which performs limited air combat missions in addition to the Su-22, which was mainly in charge of ground attack. Reviews from Polish pilots are also positive. Poland's Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister Maria Siedlczak announced on the 27th of last month that the contract was signed with KAI, saying, the decision to purchase the FA-50 was based on the recommendations of Polish pilots who operated the aircraft in Korea. It could benefit Poland financially as well as its relations with the United States. The U.S. State Department provides the Department of State Foreign Military Funding, FMF, which helps allies purchase U.S. military equipment and training programs. Pakistan, Israel, and Lebanon have precedence in receiving FMFs. The FA-50 uses American engines and aviation armament. If Poland actively utilizes the FMF, it can relieve its own financial burden in the process of introducing the FA-50. It is also possible to improve interoperability with the United States. On the other hand, with the introduction of the FA-50, the M346 FA, an attacking model of the Italian M346, which was discussed to be purchased by Poland until last year, is highly likely to be pushed out of the competition in the future. Although the Polish Air Force was using the M346, it was a subsonic aircraft. It has sufficient performance as a trainer, but it has limitations as a light fighter or attack aircraft. The Polish side once criticized it as technical efficiency is too low. It is an observation that Poland's decision will affect countries considering the introduction of light fighters or attack aircraft. The name of the FA-50 Block 20 was revealed through export to Poland, but the exact performance is not known well. The manufacturer, KAI, has mentioned the need for performance improvement several times and revealed details when problems such as aging of the T-50 series aircraft and an increase in discontinued parts occurred. The elements discussed at this time are expected to be included in Block 20 in effect. According to the contents disclosed at the Air Force seminar held at the National Assembly in May, the performance improvement of the FA-50 is focused on expanding the mission radius, improving electronic equipment, and strengthening armament. To expand the mission radius, it is likely to replace two 150-gallon external fuel tanks with one 300-gallon tank and add an aerial refueling function. When two fuel tanks are installed, the drag increases and the combat radius does not increase significantly. However, it is known that using one 300-gallon tank increases the combat radius by 30 to 40% compared to the conventional method. The aerial refueling function included in the T-50A, which was developed for export to the United States, is evaluated as an optimal plan for expanding the FA-50 combat action range. If the aerial refueling function is added, the design is made so that more internal fuel can be loaded. It has a positive effect in terms of flight distance and weapon loading. The key to replacing electronic equipment is radar. At the time of development, the FA-50 was intended to be equipped with an active electronic scanning AESA radar, but it was cancelled due to the refusal of export approval by the US. KAI is considering a plan to strengthen its air-to-air capabilities by mounting a domestic AESA radar. In line with the trend of modern electronic warfare, an integrated electronic warfare equipment EU suite that combines radar warning devices, a large screen indicator LAD that enhances the pilot's cognitive ability with a single monitor, and a built-in training system ETS will also be added. The AESA radar can be developed by LIGNEX1 and Hanwha Systems. LIGNEX1, which participated in the KF-21 AESA radar search and development, has been steadily accumulating technology. Hanwha Systems is in the position to make the FA-50 radar using the KF-21 AESA radar technology. The built-in training system was installed on the T-50A. It is possible to conduct armed and electronic warfare simulation training for 4th generation or higher fighters. In peacetime, practical training can be conducted without using actual weapons, so it is of great help to not only Korea, but also Poland, which uses F-35A and F-16 together, to train pilots in the Air Force. Ground Collision Avoidance System (AGAS), Low Altitude Terrain Tracking System (TF), Air Collision Avoidance System (TCAS), and Automatic Attitude Recovery System (PARS) are also added to increase the survivability of the pilot. In addition, among parts such as mission computers and flight control computers, frequently defective or discontinued items are replaced with domestic ones. The FA-50 is equipped with medium-range air-to-air missiles and new short-range air-to-air missiles. Medium-range air-to-air missiles are those that have the ability to attack the enemy outside the line of sight. Medium-range air-to-ground missiles are equipped with domestically developed products. GBU-12 and GBU-54 air-to-ground guided bombs and a sniper pod to guide them will also be added. Some are paying attention to the possibility that Block 20 will also be used in the South Korean Air Force. The Air Force announced earlier this year that it was considering the introduction of an additional FA-50 in relation to the replacement of old fighter jets. However, there are a number of projects that the Air Force must urgently pursue, such as the introduction of additional F-35A and airborne early warning and control systems, and performance improvement of the F-15K. Therefore, there is an observation that Poland will watch the process of introducing and operating the FA-50 Block 20 and decide whether to purchase it. Thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe.